Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to make a little video here that was a little bit more off the cuff. A lot of my last videos, well, pretty much all of my last videos, going right back to the beginning of Black Trident TV, have been entirely pre-scripted. And basically that's to cut out a lot of the ums and ahs that I do on a regular basis. However, I'm kind of coming to a crossroads here. About 2 years ago, my daughter came to start living with me, and she stayed with me during that period, and it was actually a huge learning experience for both of us. She graduated with honors, I might add, both years, so I'm gonna woot that. Actually, no, that was entirely her doing. About 2 weeks ago, she moved away, and I've been getting used to living alone. In fact, this new studio here, this is actually her old room. In the meantime, it's just me, so I've got to occupy myself by making YouTube videos and start actually planning the next stage in not just Black Trident TV, but my life in general. You may have noticed I'm shilling myself a lot more. I'm trying to convince you guys to get copies of my book. That said, I don't want to rely on stuff that I did 8 years ago. I want to look to the future, and I want to keep the ball rolling, right? So there are more stories that I have in my head, and so I do want to write more novels. However, that's not the next item that I really want to cross off my bucket list. The next item is still within the creative realm, and it does somewhat involve this channel. I am planning right now the script for a short film. I've already got some talent, probably not names that you would recognize, but I've got some talent, some experience behind the project already. But I do want to make a short film that hopefully will serve as the launching off point for a web series that I will produce on my second channel, which I'm not going to reveal to you guys quite yet because there's still some work to be done on it. But I do want to produce this, and of course I will be updating you guys on this channel. However, that takes time. And in the meantime, I want to ask you guys, actually, what do you guys want to see out of Black Trident TV? What changes can I make? There are a few options I've been considering, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I'm a little bit of a scatterbrain, and I tend to be kind of all over the map in a lot of places, but I really like to focus in. So that's why I want feedback from you guys. It's always your engagement that keeps me occupied in this. I think if I didn't have any interesting, informative, and definitely entertaining feedback from you guys on a lot of these videos, that I probably wouldn't be making them anymore. I would like to continue making videos. So there are a few options that I'm going with right now. I don't know if you've seen the recent Patreon account that was started by Jonathan McIntosh, who was a writer for Feminist Frequency, which, as many of you know, that I am very critical of. But he wants to do a video essay form web series, somewhat like Tropes versus Women, about masculinity from a feminist perspective, right? And the one thing I've noticed with a lot of people like me, we definitely speak out about men's rights. However, I see very little about masculinity itself and like the positive virtues that masculinity adds to society, just like the positive virtues of femininity that adds to society. I mean, it's a group effort, really. I think that a lot of the world has forgotten it. I mean, we've got, even the era that I grew up in, it was starting to lose touch with its actual masculinity. And I'm not talking about the hyper masculinity, fucking dude bros at a fucking bar, fucking punching each other in the arm. That's not what I'm talking about, but I have experience with that culture too. I'm talking about what I like to call the Iron Knight. What the Iron Knight is it's not a white knight, but it's not a black knight. It is walking a line between the negative and the positive virtues of, well, I guess there's no such thing as a negative virtue. You know what I'm getting at. Anyways, so the point is you know, I was considering doing something like that, and I wondered if that would be something you guys would be interested in. I actually literally have half a book written on the subject already that I just kind of stopped working on because of, well, parental duties and other things. Another option is I'm really wanting to get more into my creative side, and the best way for me to function here is give me challenges, you know? Like, I've got tons of short stories, I've got tons of little things that I can do here and there. It's just a matter of settling on one and putting the plan in motion. So anyways, let me know what you guys think, and drop it in the comments below, and if you're so inclined, buy a copy of my book. Check me out on Twitter. We have a Facebook page, Black Trident Media. You can check that out. Pretty much all the relevant links are in the low bar. And let's just see what we can make this channel.